Hello once again YouTube. Today I am bringing you a short series that I'm going to be doing alongside my current two Let's Plays, which is going to be Let's Quickly Play Dungeons of Dredmor. I'm going to be doing a single play through of this. I may not make it to the end. It is a permadeath game, so when I die the series will end. So I will only go as far as I do, unless of course you request that I try and play through it all, in which case I'd probably do it recorded but in single player and then do post-production, because otherwise I could put a lot of effort into the series and then die on like the last floor. Even though I haven't completed this game yet, so I'm just going to go to a new game. Keeping permadeath on, I'm just going to stay loyal to what the game actually stands for, in that this game is meant for permadeath, but we're just going to go for normal mode. At the start of the game you can actually choose a selection of 7 skills, but for now I'm just going to go with the set that I usually like to go for, and it's quite good. It's magic oriented. We've got staves, artful dodger, Promethean magic, magic training, blood mage, lay walker, and burglary. I will probably do. Actually, I'll just do a summary now. Staves allows me to use basically stick weapons. It gives me combat bonuses and special attacks. Artful dodger basically increases my evasion chance. Promethean magic, that gives me just the ability to use fire magic. Magic training makes my magic spells more efficient and cost less. Blood mage, that gives me buffs when I kill creatures to my mana supply. Lay walker is just basically a way of increasing my mana regeneration, and burglary is an extra one that I like to do because every time you level up you gain a point to put into one of your major skills, and the first one you put in there allows you to automatically disarm any easy traps, which just gives you more experience. So we're just going to go ahead right with this. I'm just going to probably call my adventure, oh my god, just ArticulateFish, and we're going to go for there. In ages long past, great heroes bound the dark Lord Dredmor in the depths of the earth, that his evil trouble, oh my goodness, I'm bad at this. Depths of the earth, that his evil would trouble the land nevermore. Alas, the foul lich Dredmor proved most devious and patient, for he has been loosening his magical bonds, slowly freeing himself to again spread his evil in the world of light. He must be stopped again. There he is. Once more it is time. It is a time of adventure, of glory. It is time for a hero. Unfortunately, this hero is you. You have been summoned by the king to prove yourself, to save the land and his people, to join the heroes of legend in victory over the Dungeons of Dredmor. So there we have a picture of our caricature. This is a 2D game essentially. I'm just going to be skipping all the tutorials, and it's basically in this layout. It's just a really big dungeon, as you can see by the map here. This is just one of the rooms, and obviously it's the first level, and there are many levels to this, and also all the dungeons are all randomly generated. You can just move around with either the arrows or WASD. You can eat food and potions to restore your health, and you need to drink alcoholic drinks in order to gain more mana. You can buy things from dispensers, and you pretty much get money from killing monsters or just finding it around the dungeon or selling some loot. This is my set of special abilities. That's my item hotbar. And here I've actually got the Lucky Pick ability, which occasionally allows me to spawn 3 lockpicks. If I press I, I've got my inventory. I'm just going to put them there, so I know how many I've got, and I can just do that. I failed the first time, but gained 8 experience lockpicking. You get experience for doing most things, just around the place. So this is a quest room, so if we pray to the statue of Inconsequentia, a joke, so it's inconsequential to the ultimate goal. The magical artifact Crow, the small queen, must be found and used on the monolith. just always accept. So there we go, we've got this item, and we're just going to move on. That will become important later. In one of the rooms there's going to be a black monolith, and that'll let us complete a quest, and you always get a rare item. This is an anvil of prong. You can use your equipment on it to try and upgrade it. I should probably say pressing C to choose your character. At the moment I've got a robe, and I've been given a hefty stick, which is a staff class weapon, and I've got conflagratory protection magic, which basically just protects me from fire slightly. These are all loads of complicated stats, but that's my level spread. 1 in warrior essentially, and 4 in wizard and 2 in rogue. Sorry. That's my mana regeneration bonus. I've only got 1. I think that's just from having the ley walker ability and no health regeneration. Obviously that goes up as you eat food, because it's a turn-based game. Each time you move or press spacebar to skip a turn, time passes. Here we are. Each of the rooms are called things, but I don't really observe that log. So these are examples of basic traps, and you have 45% chance. I'm dodging at the moment, but there you go, it took a few tries. But I'm going to avoid those and go back to them later to claim the experience. So here's a monster, a blobby, so I'll just cast my fire spell. I've only got 1 at the moment, but I can unlock more as I level up. Obviously barrels and stuff that you can break. There's another copper robe, there's a lever. A key thing about this game is you don't actually know what everything does, so I've just pulled that lever and I have no idea what it did. I've just come across a diggle nest, so I'm just going to run away from them. Yeah, so for this spell it hits 3 blocks in front of you and then creates a firestorm nest. If I get them in line, then I can get them both to be damaged. Obviously I only really want to be using my magic spells for certain things, because they regenerate once every 6 rounds, so each 6, that gives me a member regeneration. Sometimes you find diggle nests which give you diggle eggs. They're basically quite a consistent source of food, because you can just get a massive stack of them by later on in the game. Grab another stack of lockpicks, and it's another diggle nest, and another one has come out of nowhere. Great! I apologise for the croaky voice. Yeah, just fireball. Sickly diggles are weaker than normal ones. And here we go. When it gets to under half, it always says your health is low. But I won't eat anything just yet. But yeah, I might eat steak. So we'll see effects up here. So I actually got diggle flu, which is a disease from sickly diggles. But this means I'm well fed, which means if you look, I gain 2 and 1 health every round. You do regenerate health and mana over time normally, but it's a lot faster that way. Now some more monsters. The sort of monsters you meet change with each floor. Lobbies are quite consistent because you get different levels of them. You get different levels of diggle as well, and I've leveled up. It's too dangerous to go alone. Take this. Oh, didn't even give me time to read the text. So now I can just sort of dump a point and into anything I want. But what I want is lock up. That gives me the ability to lock an enemy into their current position, but it also gives me a bit of trap knowledge, so I'm going to go for that. So I'm now level 2, and if I get my lucky pick, so now I've got lock up. But if you just look, I click and it's done immediately, and that's great on the first floor, so it'll let me level up a lot more quickly. What I do want is a specific spell in the fire branch, which essentially makes combat awfully lot easier. You can get critical hits, but that was quite weak. This is a sleeping enemy, so even when I walk in front of it, it only ever reacts when I attack it. So let's do that now. You find them occasionally. You can find bookshelves, which gives you recipes for certain things. You can craft items in the game, but at the moment I don't have any kits. Let's go back to this diggle room and claim these eggs. Yep, there's another one. I think most of the ones, except for some toxic gas traps, I'm going to make the map a bit bigger, you can do on this floor. So it just lets me level up a lot quicker. I don't believe I have any equipment worth enchanting with the Anvil of Krong, so I might wait. I'll go to this one. Blade Trap. You'll be just seeing me getting loads of lockpicks, because that lets you, if you don't have lockpicks, normally you'd have to kick open chests and doors and stuff, and the problem with that is sometimes items can get destroyed. Also, you gain experience for lockpicking, so you may as well. It's an ability I suggest picking up. I like this configuration, but I might swap the Artful Dodger for something else. At the moment it's just helping my evasion, because rather than putting points into making me more bulky, I've just got more powerful spells. And typically, later on, so far I've only ever lost. Obviously it's quite a really tough game to beat. I've got refurbished staff, so I'll replace my old one. I won't be using any other weapons than staves. And lost my trail of thought. Oh yes, how I usually die. I usually die to traps that I misinterpret as being weaker, or something crits me, or I simply don't pay attention to my health and I just get killed really easily by something. I think it was on like the 4th floor, where stuff deals like 12 damage
Eat food to regain health.
per hit, and I don't want to be dying now. So I'll just eat something with quite a low health rating. There we go, aged cheese. And that's that one done. And I'm just going to check the recording. I'm now very close to the time limit, so I'm going to be finishing up in a few moments. I suppose I will finish with this last bit. I'm talking about fountains. You occasionally see fountains, you've got no idea what's in them, but I always drink anyway. You feel burly. So that's given me a strength buff. You can't actually get over encumbered in this game. Stuff doesn't have a weight value, but I just have inventory space. I assume that helps my ability to hit physically and deal more damage that way, so let's check. It dodged. Doesn't really seem to be much improvement. My spell does a lot more. Here we go, a toxic gas sprayer, so this is obviously a tougher one, and I set it off, and that deals quite a lot of damage, so typically I die to those, or acid arrow traps. So I will see you in the next episode of this series.